One thing I love about the United Methodist Church is that we really like to put our words to action. We're not only in the pews, but we're also out in the streets, and that's true all across the world.
Engaging in the wider world is in our DNA as Methodists. The history of the United Methodist Church has been one that has always stood for justice, from the time of John Wesley and his commitment to prison reform, to young people not having to work, and many of the issues that faced the church in England. Is that history out of which we grew. And as people of faith who believe that humankind and individuals move on to perfection, that we are always moving in God's grace, being perfected by God, not only for ourselves but for the society, makes us a church that is unique in many ways. Our personal piety is not separated from our social commitments, and it is lived out and has been lived out for 250 years in a way that connects faith and life, connects church and society, connects justice and peace. And it's the thing that makes me most proud of being United Methodist. Whether it is educating people about the social principles, organizing communities to create positive change, or advocating with decision makers, we work to make disciples for the transformation of the world. United Methodists around the world are continuing this tradition of living faith, seeking justice, pursuing peace.
What I love about the United Methodist Church is that we stand for justice,
for eradicating poverty,
climate justice,
migrants and refugees,
non-proliferation of weapons,
for racial justice,
for education for all,
addiction care,
for gun violence prevention,
for maternal and child health, economic justice, indigenous rights, religious freedom, sustainability, fair trade,
for criminal justice reform,
healthy food for all,
human trafficking prevention,
women and children,
environmental justice,
for civil rights,
for domestic violence prevention,
for mental health, for LGBTQ rights,
peace with justice, multilateralism, voting rights,
for worker justice,
health care,
for clean water,
an AIDS-free world,
for living wages,
abolishing the death penalty,
for human rights,
for the dignity of all people.
United Methodists stand for justice.
For justice.
For justice.
For justice.
United Methodists stand for justice.